All right, so AMD reported earnings just here the other day, and now as we take a look at this stock, it's quite explosive and it's really going to the moon. So when I'm starting to take a look at this chart right here, it's popping almost $7, well, 7% and $7. Look at that, perfect numbers. 7 and 7, it's a lucky number. So when you look at it, we pop in 7%, popping $7. Stock's at 105, not at 107. So, but that's okay. You got Intel also popping, Nvidia popping. So market's pushing a little bit before the Fed yaps and chats a little bit here. We'll see how that goes. But nevertheless, what I like about this is the descending trend line here, or the descending channel, and then the stock is starting to push and break a little to the upside. Now, when we look at the news here, and you start looking at the news, really the news doesn't mean much when it comes to stock movement because prices can do whatever the heck they want. But from a AMD earnings report and revenues, one thing that I really like about AMD is the sales have just over the last many years, or a couple of years here, the sales have picked up. And I know that a lot of the computers that we use here, that I use personally, are all AMD based. I used to use a lot of Intel because of the stability factor, but now, I mean, AMD has definitely done quite well. So when we start looking at these earnings, it surpassed, it beats the earnings estimate, misses Q4 guidance. Okay, well, but they're still doing a lot of stuff that's, right on par and great. So if we check this out, so you could see right here, conference call. So here it was, the estimated was 0.489 and the actual is 0.7. So you could dig deeper in the reports if you want. There's probably a lot of people that are doing that. For me, what's important is what is the stock's behavior, because the numbers will tell you one thing and that's fine and that's all good, but what is the stock's behavior? And right now it's behaving quite well. So we have this descending trend line. Here's what I like about that is because if we have an A to B, B to C, C to D pattern, that will be our D, A, B, C, and then the D. So the D leg could be a really nice move. And I like this setup and this potential. And the past highs was kind of up here. That kind of puts us right around that D point. So what I would really look for is watch the volume here. If we get volume to come in over the next couple of days, and what you could do is, do a little nibble here, a little bit nibble there. And, what you're doing is waiting for the stock to continue to power higher. But we've been consolidating. If you look at this time frame, we've been consolidating for about, 5.5 months, almost 5 months on this pullback, and this is compressing prices. So usually it could be a good buying opportunity, because if you were going to get a big nasty sell-off in a stock like this, usually you would have had it kind of here and then it would have tanked. And now that we've got earnings, again, this was a nice opportunity for that stock to tank and maybe come down back to a $60 level, but it didn't do that. It's actually holding things, and that's a good positive sign. So that's why I say it looks pretty good. Now, will it continue to push through? I don't know. I mean, you still have this upper band on the resistance to some degree. So it hasn't really fully cleared there. It is starting to clear, but it's and it's got the momentum there that's moving, but it's not 100% there yet. So that's what I'm looking at when I'm looking at something like this and the stock. But nevertheless, it's doing quite well. Truly looks good. Highly encourage you to check out the technical analysis course if you like these types of technicals. And these stocks in a weak market like this, they're doing quite phenomenal, really, when you think about it. Anyways, truly appreciate you guys sticking with me. Thanks for all the nice comments and things that you guys post. Feel free to check out the Critical Charts website. There's a lot of great freebies there, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.